Hello YouTube, this is AugustusLarch. I want to make a little vlog about government waste and how our military is just a gigantic waste of money, and how they hemorrhage our currency with spending money on such things like the F-22 Raptor. Like the F-15 was an overkill, then they make the Raptor. Every Raptor F-22 by Lockheed Martin racks up per unit cost $150 million. Meanwhile, the old Warsaw Pact standby, which is still very much in use, the MiG-29, costs $29 million. Yeah, so that works roughly out to they can just about make 4 aircraft for every one of ours. It's pretty substantial. And they say, well, the F-22 is so technologically advanced. Really? It can't be left out in the rain. It says it right here. That wear and tear combat reported. It's got a critical failure every 1.7 hours of flight time. It every flight hour takes 30 hours of maintenance, which per flight hour runs up to $44,000. And I know this to be true. I've seen the facilities that they work on these aircraft at. Let me tell you, they got to have special tools to work on the aircraft. They got to have a hydraulic press to take components of the aircraft apart for maintenance, including the engine. They have to keep it out of the rain too. Fragile. It isn't damaged by a rainstorm. However, rain has caused shorts and failures in sophisticated electrical components. Isn't that something? And I looked up, and you can get a used MiG-29. Cyprus has 21 MiG-29s for sale on the open market. $3 million each. And let me tell you something about the MiG-29. It uses off-the-shelf materials and components. You can use regular tools on it. You can service the thing and turn it around on a highway. Somebody estimated that it's probably got very low maintenance hours on the MiG-29. Very simple aircraft and very effective. And if you're in the kind of warfare you want, oh, you can't park your aircraft outside America, and the enemy can build 5 times as many aircraft for the same money, and they say, oh, the F-22 is so sophisticated, you know that it can stay hidden on radar and fire a missile. Well, what missile is it firing? It's firing an AMRAAM, which only works with its own radar. Yeah? So any basic, even past generation aircraft has a missile warning. An AMRAAM missile weighs as much as a motorcycle and is as long as a canoe. Of course, any rudimentary radar is going to pick that up. How are you going to stealth a missile? Really? And it's trucking along at Mach 3, and downrange, it doesn't matter how fast it goes. Are you going to close range on somebody? With a missile, it's going to take a little bit of time, and they're in an airplane. So they can slow down and take a turn. The missile is trucking along at Mach 3. It can turn, but it ain't going to make the turn. They're going to overshoot the target. Vietnam was notorious for missiles. They said, oh, the Sidewinder will solve everything. The AIM-9. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, yeah. As long as the aircraft is silhouetted against the sky, as long as it's got a perfect tone and it's not too much of an off-axis shot, as long as as long as there's no decoy flares, as long as the sun doesn't get in the way of your shot, or the ground. Oh, yeah. So, really now. And then they think an AMRAAM is going to be just some kind of magical thing that's going to just solve everything. So what if the MiG-22 can engage outside the enemy's or the opponent's radar system? Doesn't matter, the missile has a radar. So it's already negated. They don't mention that part when they're promoting the damn thing. But the first about the thing is the maintenance thing. It takes 30 hours of maintenance for every flight hour. I mean, how in the world can you do a mission? How would they sustain a war, especially if they got into a war of attrition with this aircraft? How's that going to work? Average mission probably takes over 6 hours. So how are they going to allocate 180 hours of maintenance time on every aircraft? It doesn't make sense at all. This is our government, United States government. Scams its people. And the currency is destroyed. It's $150 million for an airplane that can't get wet. It's got to be hangared all the time. And it's got to be maintained by someone with a PhD that has one-of-a-kind tools. Pretty damn stupid. I think I'm going to go to Cyprus. I'm going to scrape together $3 million and get one of these MiG-29s.